This Download Youth Ministry podcast is brought to you by APU. Azusa Pacific Seminary offers programs in youth ministry, pastoral studies, divinity, ministry, theological studies, and transformational urban leadership. APU is designed to help men and women transform the world with Jesus Christ. Visit apu.edu/seminary to learn more.
Three, two, one. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Download Youth Ministry podcast. Doug Fields here with Mr. Supertone himself.
Hello.
Jason, Kenny, Carson, senior pastor.
Yeah. Nice to see
the
you.
queen of all youth ministry, Katrina Katie Edwards. Oh, yeah. And Josh, who doesn't really wear a hat well. Griffin.
Just pull it down a little.
Thank you.
Pull it down and bend it a little bit. You're,
but
you're
we're
like
on
a...
camera.
I just bought it last night.
Yeah, you bought
it. I mean, I got it for free.
I was going to say.
You just need to keep it low.
All right, I'm going to keep it low.
Yeah. No, I
never wear hats.
How does the backwards look on you, JJ?
No, it's like you're a 41-year-old skater.
Well, have you seen me on a longboard?
It's pretty impressive.
I don't know. I've seen you at CrossFit.
Shredding the gnar.
You did well yesterday.
Thank you. Oh, it was a hard one.
Yeah.
It was a very difficult workout.
Anyway, guys, this is episode 296, and the team is back together. It's good to be here. It's always a good day when Katie is around. That's kind of what we say. And actually, we've talked about DYM bumper stickers. We've talked about T-shirts that say just that. It's always a good day when Katie's around.
Yeah.
It's true.
Not that
Thank
it's not a good day when you're here.
No, I'm irrelevant compared to Kitty.
No, you're just more replaceable.
Oh, my goodness.
No, that's not
We're
true.
different. You're senior pastor.
I know.
You're not even at that level.
She says we're different. I'm indispensable, and you're not.
No, that is
Well,
not
this
what
is
I
show
would say.
296, and we're on our way to 300 shows.
Oh, yeah, we
And
are.
we're going to do show 300 live. Have we told you that yet, Katie?
Where? Hawaii.
How do you feel about Orange County, California?
How do you
Oh,
feel
I love
about
it.
doing it at DYM 100
Oh, that's exciting.
with an audience?
Yeah, it'll be a good time.
The live audience makes me really nervous.
Yeah.
Do you know where? Are we doing that in your backyard or somewhere else?
No, we're doing it in Mariners.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That'll be a good time.
Yeah. We got a DYM 100 party planned. And
excited.
for those of you that
I'm nervous.
don't know what DYM 100 is, you can go to our website and check it out.
If you want to sign up,
It's too bad.
Too bad.
So maybe next year.
yeah.
We'll see how this one goes, see if we do it again.
We'll give it a shot.
Sold out in 14 hours. We're pretty excited about that. But people's expectations are high when it sells out that fast.
I know.
Do you think we should let him meet Elliot? Our executive producer, my nephew,
Yes.
I'm going to give a strong yes.
who just had a birthday.
Yes.
I'm going to say is if we're doing a show, we need Elliot there.
Oh, yeah.
So, yes.
Obviously.
Okay.
The answer is yes.
Yeah.
You made the cut.
All right.
And if you're a single lady, I'm just saying.
Oh, what? What, Jason?
Well,
We have John. We have John behind the camera too.
John, you looking for love?
He's looking for a job.
All right, ladies.
Looking for
So,
love.
ladies, come find Elliot.
All right, let's
You're ready to start the show. Hey, welcome back.
Wow, it's been a while since we've been together.
Yeah.
You can tell.
First question's from Jeremy Nelson. Jeremy Nelson says, "Hey team, are you playing it yet? What's your best Pokemon?" Okay. Here are the real questions. What do you think of the new Pokemon Go game? How should we as youth leaders utilize the fad? What do you think Pokemon is demonic, anti-Christian thoughts are out there? Now, here's the deal. Because Elliot does this for free, these shows don't go right up.
Yeah.
So by the time people are listening to this, like right now, we're 1 week from the Pokemon craze.
It came out a week ago.
Came out a week ago today, and it's gone crazy. Already on the Download Youth Ministry site, within a week, we have 4 resources up.
Absolutely.
Really?
Yeah. They're blowing up, too. It's fun. Pokemon Go is taking over the world. Like it or lump it.
Like
It's here.
it or lump it.
What do you do if you lump it?
You try to ignore it until you finally give in to the peer pressure.
Well, it'll be gone. Actually, it might even be It'd be interesting.
By the time this airs.
When this show goes up in August, what do you think, Allison? What do you got this slated for?
That's what I'm trying to find.
So
Yeah.
96 will go up August 2nd.
August 2nd. So,
Yeah, so 2 weeks
It'll
from
still be
now-
hot. It's the #1 downloaded app. Right? Past Candy Crush.
like 3 days ago.
yeah, it makes $2 million a day for the company. This is not gonna. They're not gonna let this go.
How are they making money off this? Because the app's free. Is it advertising?
In there you go.
in-game
Elliot
purchases?
chimed in on that.
Oh, okay.
Got it.
Elliot, what level are you on?
Oh, wait, Elliot, how much have you spent?
That's not very high.
John's on level 5.
Wow.
Oh, that's exciting.
I've spent no money yet.
Yeah.
Do you make fun of Elliot because you're 2 levels above him?
Not yet.
Okay, all right.
I will now. I will now.
It's pretty shocking how everywhere you go,
Yes.
people are playing it and talking
Within
about
24 hours, it was crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
weird.
That's crazy.
And crashing and miserable.
Do you remember the last thing like this? Or has there been anything like this that was so just lit on fire like
crazy?
that?
I mean, there's been a few dances like the
Gangnam
Harlem
Style.
Shake,
And Harlem Shake.
Gangnam
yeah.
Style, Friday. The more like viral videos are a little easier to identify. A viral app. I mean, there's been popular apps.
Sure.
But this is crazy.
Josh and I meet every Monday night from like 9 to midnight-ish, and we walk out of Del Taco this last Monday, and there was, because
It's
Del
11.
Taco is a gym for
Yep.
Pokemon language.
gym, yep.
I'll explain that to you later, Jason. But right across the street at Whiting Ranch, which is like a national
Where
park.
the mountain lions are.
Yeah,
That's
it's
right.
like a
real
bike riding
Yeah.
place. There was like 70 teenagers all hanging around
And
there.
my husband probably.
Undoubtedly.
I'm pretty sure he was there
Was
the
he?
other night. Yes.
It was unreal.
Yeah, it's
All
not
the
just
power-ups, and
little
people
kids
are-
like Josh's
They're
kids.
running through the parking lot to get this Pokemon is over here, so they're like tearing through the.
Totally.
It's unbelievable.
Ron took a picture of a freeway overpass, like one of the light up signs about traffic, and it said, "Do not Pokemon and drive."
Yeah.
On the traffic sign. And I was like, oh my gosh.
I saw that and I was like, he's drinking. Put my phone down. I was like,
Totally.
just for the record, my kids and I have captured a 540 Primeape. That's our highest level character, the Primeape 540.
That's great.
Yeah, we're level 9.
Taking any gyms?
I've not taken any gyms.
I was at the Spectrum last night, and I was leaving. You could see everybody playing at the Spectrum. You know, those of you that don't know what the Spectrum is, it's an outdoor mall
Yeah.
in our
Yes.
area. And I just drove away, and I just went, I wonder how you keep this momentum going. Like, how will they do it? You know, when
Did you
it's not
see-
summer. You know,
Party announcement yesterday was there's code hidden in it that is going to make every McDonald's a special location in Pokemon Go. And so if you go and check in or whatever at the McDonald's, you'll get discounts or free stuff or whatever, and points for your characters. So McDonald's is going to cash in. I don't know if they're going to be able to keep it going, but
Yeah.
they're going to cash in on it.
that's great. You know, I also heard that if you show up to the Orange Conference with your app,
Yep.
or the Youth Ministry 360 Camp,
Yep.
or if you're a college student,
Get a
and
degree in
you-
Pokemon Go from
Only
Azusa
at
Pacific.
Azusa.
Yeah.
Or perhaps the leader Trek's refuel retreat, probably.
What a wonderful place to
A wonderful
relax
place to capture Pokemon.
and Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You move up 5 levels if you go to one of those places. That's amazing.
In-app purchases are free
Yeah.
forever if you visit our sponsor. That's how good we are, guys. That's how we cash in on it
That's
right
great.
there.
And Josh will also be putting up a YouTube video on how to wear a hat.
I'm going to teach you about it at the DBM 100.
I don't think it looks that bad. I
That
think you look
bad?
Okay.
Wow.
No, I mean,
That's a nice way to
he's
put it,
made
Katie.
multiple
I
comments,
expect
and
a friend or foe. That is foe.
Hey, leave it or lump it.
Okay, let me just say this.
It looks fine.
If your church, fine. Oh, when I hear those words, nothing's fine. I want to go right to the question because I'm very confident in my hat. To keep the
You want me
momentum
to, you want me
going.
to take and help you out with it
No.
a little bit? Because
No, you
it
can't
really
take
looks
off.
like you've never worn a hat before. The way you're
Can't
wearing
take
it.
it off.
No, I can't
Do
take
you want
off
me to
this
just
hair.
do some with the bill on that?
No, it's okay. This is
Okay.
exactly how I want it. The
That's good.
it's brand new. I got it
Hey,
last
it
night.
doesn't look that bad.
Here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say to my friends and Katie. A ton of churches, religious institutions are gyms or Pokestops. I am waiting for a church to sit out front with a sign that says swing by the Pokestop, free cold ice water, just not even to capitalize on it, but just show that the church is a friendly place, nothing to be scared of. We love Jesus. We love Pokemon. Let's play together. And I'll give you an example. I've been taking my kids to swim lessons all week. We swing by this same church every single day. It's right next to the place where they swim. And they Pokestop there every day. And the church is chaining across their parking lot to keep people out. And I'm like, oh, you've missed the whole point. You've missed an opportunity. And we can still get it because you just walk up to it. You can't drive now. But it's just someone squandering an opportunity of people, strangers, coming to their church for a stupid game. So fun. Give them a bottle of water.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hashtag Pokemiss.
Yes.
We have at our church, the guys
I'm going to lump that one.
So far, Pokemon, no.
I know.
That's funny.
Much funnier than that. Okay, here we go. What are we going to add to that?
Well, I was just going to say, we have a couple of guys at our church that oversee kind of our campus and people coming on and greeting.
The Pokemon ministry.
Well, they actually sent out
By
an email.
August 2nd, there will be a Pokemon
There should
ministry.
be.
Probably. Well, I mean, they sent out an email to our whole staff of like, hey, let's just be super welcoming, and
Oh, good.
as new families come on our campus, they sent out an instruction sheet to our whole staff of what it is, what the language is, how to encourage, like, or to ask questions or whatever, like great questions to ask. They kind of sent out this whole just like how to, basically be relational with, new families, new kids, new adults who come on our campus because of Pokemon. It was really cool. They did it like a couple days afterwards just because our church is, has all sorts of stuff and there's tons of people coming on.
We should give that away for free on our blog.
It was cool. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I can tell you who did it, and you can.
I would
email
assume
them.
you guys did it. And
We
then
didn't.
Send it to them to send out to
We
everyone
didn't
else.
actually. It was the people that oversee our campus just because they think they were noticing all sorts of people coming on campus. And so this last weekend,
Cool.
so for this weekend, just, like I said, they sent out this whole really cool instruction sheet to our whole staff of
That's
here's
great.
what it is,
Love
kind of cool.
Well, if you need any Pokemon games to play, you can go to downloadyouthministry.com.
Yes, we downloaded Sit Down F. We're playing that this weekend.
Sit Down F Pokemon
Yeah.
edition? Mm-hmm. That's great.
Super excited.
Clever.
Yeah.
It's a good game.
Very good. All right, so that answer was brought to you by Orange.
And Pokemon Orange.
Nintendo.
How about our computer geeks? Did they answer that okay? Ellie, were you kind of impressed as your uncle that I knew what a gym was? Pokemon gym? Your dad wouldn't know.
Really?
Your dad wouldn't know.
Yeah.
I know way more than him.
Yeah, most 60-year-old guys would have no idea what that is.
Yeah.
Don't make fun of my hat. All right.
Josh and I are at Student Leadership Conference. We just finished our third, so we're traveling together. We're in Atlanta and Indiana and all different places. And I at one point, somewhere along the line, I know it's my bit that Josh had stolen, but I would say, if I'm with somebody who might be slightly older than me, I'll say my dad.
No, it's a great bit.
It is a good bit. Whatever my dad wants, that type of thing. Josh, every time he did that, we'd be everywhere. My dad will get it, or whatever.
And I would say it real soft-spoken like that, apparently, too.
No, whatever. It was like one of those bits that was like, I didn't say, Josh, this is just. I mean, one, it's my bit that you've stolen. Not that I'm sure I stole it from somebody, but two, it's lost its touch. I mean, the first 45 to 50 times were very funny.
And you want to talk about joke stealing? How about when we talk about how the Student Leadership Conference is one that I didn't carry on in Saddleback, and you secretly resent me for it? And then I would say something like, well, I was trying to fix so many problems with our youth ministry that Doug Fields ran that I didn't have time to keep the student ministry or Student Leadership Conference going.
Really
Yeah.
busy.
I was busy just trying to
Really
repair what all this mess I was handled.
Yeah.
So I tell it once, it lands perfectly, everyone laughs really hard. And then at the next two events, Doug steals my joke. And so I can't tell the joke that worked really well. So
Yeah.
joke pirate right there.
Well, actually, it's, what that goes to? Whoever has the mic first.
That's true. Wins.
Yeah.
Speaking of mics, Katie and I are sharing a mic today.
Yeah.
So far, so good.
So far, so good.
This is from Peter Steinpries.
Hey, look at that. What's that?
Good afternoon, Doug and crew. We recently became DYM members, and I watch the podcast on a weekly basis. It's been immensely helpful with our youth group development and addressing problems. We used to have a large and thriving youth group that always seems to have new kids coming. 2 years later, we now face the problem of if any kids will be coming. With the exceptions of a few summer events, we're taking a break to replan, refocus, rename, and really have a healthy youth group again. I've been reading Doug's book, Purpose-Filled Youth Ministry, and it's been fantastic. That's the new Assembly of God version of Purpose-Driven. Yeah, it used to be Assembly of Purpose-Driven. Now it's
Purpose-Filled.
Purpose-Filled.
Multiple.
Yeah, and it's been fantastic, and the youth pastor will be reading it along with me soon. With the relaunch of our group in September, is there any advice you can offer going through a transition? Thank you for all that you do. Keep up the great work. So oh no, I was going to say Peter is the office manager at Word of Grace Community Church.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Well, hey, I'd like to answer this.
I'd love for you to.
Because I'm dealing with this exactly right now at our church.
Great. Let's talk about it.
We have just 4 kids in our youth ministry. And so we've decided as a church, rather than to have nothing, we want to build on those 4. And so it's been discouraging. You know, you have, like, my daughter usually brings 2 friends. So if she doesn't show up, it's down to 1 kid.
Yeah, totally.
And then they can't really have youth group.
Yeah.
And sometimes there's 6, and sometimes there's 3 and 5. You understand.
Yeah.
But
So you're saying there's 4.
usually every time there's 4.
Okay, so the church is about 9 or 10 you guys are running?
9 or 10.
People on the weekend?
No, there's 100.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I didn't
100 adults.
Okay. Okay.
We have a big children's ministry. A very big one. About 50 kids.
Well, it's because you use Orange curriculum, right?
Ooh, absolutely.
I know.
That's
Orange.
conference.com.
Yep. Okay, sorry.
Anyway, it's been really hard and been discouraging. So the volunteers that have come up and done it, some of those nights that nobody shows up or that it's just a small turnout, it's like we're thinking about, re-kicking in next fall, and it's difficult. And so we've just made a commitment to just stay faithful with what God's given us and just say, all right, this is going to be a tough run, but let's put our best foot forward. And we have a little bubble coming up that are, 4th and 5th graders that if they make it to junior high, we could have a good 12 in there. And so we're obviously looking forward to that. We want to have some things established and in place. But as cliche as it sounds, we can't focus on those numbers. If you show up and there's 2 kids and you feel called to do it, stay faithful with it. And remember that God's going to use that to build something and to pour into someone that he's called you to do. But it gets discouraging. I think in this day and age, we all look at numbers and it gets discouraging when it's that small. And so stay faithful. Keep on praying. Do what God's called you to do.
What's that like for you? I mean, you had a big youth ministry as a youth pastor for so many years, and then now to be a senior pastor and go, okay, we don't have a happening youth ministry right now.
Yeah, no, it's obviously difficult. I mean, I love youth ministry and want to see a totally thriving, on fire youth group. I would love that, and it's difficult. I'm like, oh gosh, where are the kids? How can we get them? And it's just most of our families don't have high school and junior high students right now. So we're looking forward towards that bubble, and we're trying to get the young ones that are coming to invite as many friends as they can.
Yeah, building a foundation for when they do come.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. How about the churches with 2,000 kids in their group? No, just kidding.
Kidding?
I'm just kidding.
I love your daughter, by the way, just because.
And she's now going to Saddleback's youth group.
No, but
She also goes to Saddleback, and she loves it. And it's great.
We do have some Encounter kids that come on Saturday night, but then they go to Encounter on Sunday, and I love that. I mean,
it's great.
I know that it's hard with churches. There's sometimes that competitive vibe or whatever, but I always feel like our relationship has been very partnership oriented. Even when you were a youth pastor, we shared supplies for our leader meetings and things like that, and I love that they love Encounter. They love coming to your church on Sunday, and it's fun that they can also experience youth group in a different way at our church too. And
totally.
They believe that Encounter's their church home, but they also have great relationships. So I love that too, that it's all the church, you know. So even thinking of ways to partner with other youth ministries, or even as you guys move into the next season, thinking about maybe there's a couple other youth ministries in town that you guys can combine and do, you know, something fun together, or just to create energy as the church as a whole too, you know, could be a cool thing.
And I wanted to say, like, Katie is JHM is such a blessing to my daughter as well as a couple of her friends, because when they come to Encounter Youth Group, I mean, let's be honest, they're sitting in a little living room with a mom talking to them about Jesus, which is awesome. It's discipleship, it's relationship. They know it's their church, they're getting fed, but they get to come to JHM, and it is wild and fun. I went on opening night and I was just like, this is amazing. I mean, it was just so big and over the top, and Katie's just doing an incredible job. So I'm very thankful for you guys and how you serve the smaller church too.
And look at the cycle, because think back to when you were youth pastor and I was the youth pastor at Saddleback, and my son is in junior high going to your youth group.
Yeah.
I mean, that's been a while.
Yeah.
He's now 24, but that was... Now your daughter's in her.
I know.
I love that.
Same team. That's right.
Yeah. Why is it that nobody wants Josh's kids?
I don't know. I just wherever I can
love
take
your
them.
kids.
They are great. Josh has kind of been Mr. Mom this week.
I have. It's been great.
Are you tired?
A little bit.
Is that why you're wearing a hat?
Yeah, I didn't want to take a shower.
Moms do
Actually,
a lot.
I did take a shower, so I heard. They do.
Moms do a lot.
Yeah, we had summer school, swim lessons. We had guys overnight trip for the boys. I was speaking in a couple places. It's been a crazy. And one at one camp, one at the other camp. Nuts, absolutely nuts. Yeah, I'm just thankful for other people that care for my kids too. Like I do want to be our home to be their primary place of discipleship, but they've got a couple great teachers that are in their life and some really great youth workers and friends in our community as well. So, yeah, I'm just really thankful for people from a bunch of different places that pour into them.
Yeah.
It's great.
I'm not sure. We kind of got derailed. I'm not sure we really talked about Peter's.
Well, Pokemon Go. Wait, what?
He said, with the relaunch of groups in September, is there any advice that you can offer going through this transition? You know what? I'd say this. Every youth ministry goes through different transitions at different seasons. Even when it looks really healthy from a distance, there's probably some transition. I mean, would you think that even when you feel like, man, we're doing pretty good, something's broken. Something needs your attention. Sure. I've always wanted to be able to do that. But I think with the age of Instagram and Twitter and all that stuff, you're always looking at other people's stuff going, man, they're just, they're cranking.
I think there's stuff that you can do when you have 10 kids or 4 kids or whatever in your youth ministry that you just can't do at those larger, showy, flashier churches. Like that they desperately try to create the small stuff that you have, and you're desperately trying to create the magical, big, flashy stuff that they have. And I think, well, you know what? You can be very different and both be very, very good.
True. Yeah, I've shared this story before. The owners of Group Publishing, which is a huge Christian publishing company, is run by Tom and Joni Schultz. And Joni grew up in a youth group of one. Like she was the kid. She was the one. And she was loved on by this youth leader. And I don't know if the youth leader was paid or volunteer, but she was... I'm going, okay, there's this great success story because Joni has been a kingdom worker in mighty, mighty ways. Has written, great curriculum and books and been a force in children's and youth ministry. And, Group is a great organization. And, that's Joni.
Yeah, you don't know who's in your youth group.
Yeah.
You have 4 kids. Who knows?
Yeah. So maybe a couple ideas I have for Peter that I never answered, I guess. So I would say maybe make it fun. Make it relational and make it grow. And grow spiritually, like to go deep with them and talk about real life. And I think when you build those foundations on, Peter's talking about how do we relaunch this. I think that'd be give it a good kick.
That's good. Adam Myers says, "Yo, my peeps. This is the early adopter, loyal fan / customer / brother from the inception of DYM, Adam Myers from Alaska.
All right.
Please don't read my name on the air because I'm in the witness protection program. That's what he said. Ha ha.
Oh, good. I was like, oh boy.
I love the podcast and listen to it regularly as I clean the church, update the church website, install the church security camera, and all the other jobs that come with youth ministry,
Welcome to
including
youth ministry.
and constantly clogged toilet, which has nothing to do with me or my diet.
I was just going to say.
Here's my question.
I like his humor.
I don't know, he's great.
Adam's good.
Well,
And in Alaska.
A lot else to do.
I wonder if they've got Pokemon Go up there yet. Oh, by August 2nd, they probably
It's
do.
all white though, so it's really hard to find stuff.
It's what?
You said it's all white though, so it's really hard to find stuff.
Dude, run up on that glacier. That's what they're saying.
Yeah.
Oh, they can play it all.
Yeah, it's in the snow.
Isn't Alaska doesn't get dark
Oh,
until
yeah. You can play
midnight?
it 24 hours a day.
Oh, is it 24 hours?
I don't think it does get dark.
Summer
There are
doesn't
certain
get dark
months.
at all?
Where it never goes totally dark.
Elliot, will you fact check that?
Yeah.
Or do you already know it? Yeah.
In fact, thank you, Elliot. I'll take that.
No, Elliot's very smart.
Very smart.
Very smart.
The
Little-
Northern Lights.
I really.
a little rude to adults, especially his uncle, but he's very, very
If he would have
smart.
showed up at his birthday party, maybe then he wouldn't be so
You
worried.
would nerd out.
Did you
with my
really leave
husband.
his birthday? No, okay.
Let's don't get into that. Yes, I did.
Well, good uncle and
Yeah, good uncle would have stayed.
yeah, he's only got a few more years to live.
You just had some TV to watch.
I don't want to miss my show. I wish I could stay for your party, Elliot.
Yeah,
Happy
but-
birthday.
But it's DVR'd.
I don't know.
Doesn't matter. I need to see it live.
I like commercials, okay?
I love Wheel of Fortune.
Fortune.
Here's my question. What action do you take when you realize you have been blocked from a current youth social media account? Blocked from their secondary / secret social media account.
Wow.
Do you A, talk with them directly, B, ignore it and move on, C, alert the parents, D, set up a fake account using a stock photo of a teen and
Definitely.
friend them, or E, other?
Fake account.
D, fake account. Stock photo.
And then he goes on to affirm each of us in his own unique
Aw.
and very kind way.
Wow, that's nice.
Yeah.
I just had a student unfollow me. He graduated a year ago and came out as homosexual and blocked me, unfollowed and blocked me. And so I would like to hear your answers to this too, because I have just ignored it and went, oh, that's a bummer that happened. It's unfortunate circumstances. I am surprised by that to a degree even as well. But
Like a kid you had a relationship with?
yeah,
Yeah.
a kid that I would be able to have a very good conversation with if he were to walk in right now.
Yeah.
And have followed on all social media even after he graduated. So I have just ignored it and went, bummer. Hopefully that will come back around someday and we'll figure it out. But that's all I've done. So I would love to hear some additional insight other than B, ignore it,
Yeah.
which is what I have done.
I'd A, talk to them directly.
Yeah.
I would. Hey, I noticed that, have I done something to hurt you, to wound you, to offend you, to scare you, to threaten you, to guilt you, and just begin the conversation.
Right, you have a relationship with them already, so why would
It's
you not?
part of the culture of social media in some ways that we're playing a relational game, and especially to teenagers when likes matter. I'm not just teenagers, everybody to like, that photo hit or that post or whatever it is. We care about the relational dynamics between it. I wouldn't know if somebody followed me or unfollowed me personally. But if you do as a youth pastor, and if Adam does, then
Well, if you're blocked, all of a sudden you can't see him, right?
Right. I'll just give you a little aside on this, a little pro tip. On Twitter, you don't have to unfollow somebody. You can just mute them. There's a mute button. And there's some people that I don't want to unfollow because I like them. I just don't like their tweets. So I have muted them. So I have to actively seek out their tweets in order to see it. And that's been really nice too.
I like the mute button. I found it about, I don't know, not too long ago.
Oh, yeah. I have muted a ton of people. I'm still following you, but I'm not following you.
But part of that is too, there's
Just
certain
real
people
talk.
I want to see. And
Yes.
you only have so much time.
Exactly.
Well, I would never alert the parents on that one.
What if it's a secret account where they're posting compromising pictures? Because that's a thing.
I would talk to the kid first, always, before you just go and, hey, just so you know, your kid blocked me on social media. I mean, that wouldn't be a healthy for the relationship if you want to build that trust, right? If someone blocks you, and people are weird about their social media. People take it so personally. They act like it's their identity sometimes. And so I think you got to.
Some people, it is their identity,
right? Yeah, and so you got to take it with some respect and say like, oh my gosh, they blocked me. There's a good reason here. I take the kid out to lunch and say, hey,
yeah, I'd talk to them directly.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a bad thing.
I mean, that's all part. I mean, that is part of discipleship. It's part of having difficult conversations. I just came from lunch with a guy who's in the marketplace, and you guys, I went to Africa with him 5 years ago. He's ran Boneheads. That was his restaurant. And he's just a sharp business guy. And his complaint with the church is that he goes, people just don't talk honest. Because they don't use these opportunities to coach up. Mm-hmm. They just go around the issues. This is a businessman
who's used to direct talk and making decisions.
Yeah, going, that's what a great opportunity to coach up. And I've probably talked about this on the show. I used to sit in his restaurant and have my headphones on, but he'd be behind me talking to his employees, and sometimes I'd turn down my music just to hear what they're talking about. And I've said to him before, because we're buddies, and like I said, we've gone to Africa and done family things together. I've said, if the church, we treated employees like you treat your employees, we'd be a lot more effective. Mm-hmm. We'd take the hill together. We'd have a stronger team. He doesn't see it as, I'm going to hurt their feelings if I tell them the truth. He sees it, this is their job, and there's a baseline of expectations, and part of those expectations are you to be held accountable to those expectations. So all that to say, I think there's just part of it that's discipleship, having those tough conversations.
Yeah.
But the desire not to do that is very real too. None of us I shouldn't say none of us, but most people don't rush into conflict.
Yeah.
This is obviously there's a tension, a conflict, so you're going to have to kind of suck it up and go in there and have the tough conversation.
I think it depends on the level of relationship too, because I think kids and adults are finicky about, I unfollow people, but mainly because I'm like, I don't really know you anymore. I don't really need to keep up with your life. Those types of things. So sometimes there's nothing beneath those things too. And so I would say there is probably a level of relationship that you would have that conversation. And then I think there's a level of relationship where you're like, kids are kind of coming and going sometimes, and that's okay.
Yeah.
So I think that if there's a level of relationship that you feel like a conversation is necessary, but then social media is finicky too, I don't know. So.
True.
Speaking of finicky, does anybody follow Elliot?
I do.
I muted him.
Yeah. Elliot, what do you have? Are you Instagram?
Yeah.
Why don't I follow your sister?
Did you see his birthday party the other day? So fun. Wish I was there.
Elliot, I'm sorry. I gotta look you up. I don't know why. Have you ever?
What's your account, Elliot?
Elliot.Guiso.
Elliot.Guiso. Okay. So now everybody can.
Yeah.
I'm in. Yeah, we just went broad.
You can block us.
This is going to be a good day for you. Lots of people are going to want to know about your life.
Well,
August 2nd will be a good day.
Oh, August 2nd.
Did you hear what he said? Depends on your definition of good.
Yeah, truth.
Yeah.
Love it.
It hurts.
Okay. Here is the deal.
There it is. I found him. I'm following him.
That's great.
That's great, man.
The things that bring senior pastors joy.
Seriously. Wait till you discover Pokemon Go. You're going to love it.
Hey, we have to end this so we can record another one. And what I found when we do two shows back to back, the second one's usually better because we get to more questions.
Wait, can't do worse.
Well, this was good.
Yeah.
Second show won't be that
Be
bad.
together.
Yeah, I mean,
It's like your hat.
I know I'm going to go do my hair quick and take off this hat between shows.
I did not mean that.
It doesn't look that bad.
It's
Lump it or leave it, baby.
it's 3:00 and you have a 3:30.
I have a
So
3:30
we have
with the students.
We have 2:30. We gotta go.
We got to be.
All right, we love everyone. In the next show, we're going to talk about office hours, the influence of a interim youth pastor, kids and worship services, transitions, prepping volunteers. Leaving well. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. We also have somebody who has donated $100 to be used at DYM 100.
That's exciting.
This person actually signed up for it and they can't go to it. And so they're going to say, hey,
Can you give it away to someone else?
Oh, that's a great idea.
I think that's kind of the idea.
Like a lottery?
Yeah.
Elliot wouldn't have to pay to come anymore, so that'd be good.
Look at this.
So exciting.
Josh Griffin on the cover of Youth Worker Journal. I don't know why Josh keeps putting this in my staff.
That's a really good picture of me.
Love it or leave it.
How do you want me to bring attention to it?
I just am so glad that my dad is proud of me.
All right, that's the show. Nicely played. That's episode 296
Up top, baby.
in the can. That was funny.
Great job.
All right.
Well,
See you next show. Send your questions to podcasts we have a new email address.
Oh, what is it?
It's podcast at webshow at download. No, what is it?
there's a couple apps in there, Doug.
It's podcast at downloadyouthministry.com. That's podcast at downloadyouthministry.com. It used to be webcast at downloadyouthministry.com. No longer. Podcast at downloadyouthministry.com. Web show. It was web show. Yeah.
We'll see you next
Yeah,
time.
episode 297. Yeah.
Goodbye again.
Get there quickly.
This DYM podcast is brought to you by LeaderTrex. LeaderTrex is a youth worker's best friend. We want to support, encourage, and love on you, and we want to make your life easier when it comes to discipleship and leadership development. We know you're busy serving students, so we're here to serve you. And since we love DYM, members always get 10% off by using the code DYM10 at leadertrex.org.